This is the Gen X Taste Podcast. I'm Christy Myers.
And I'm Lynn Chen, and welcome to our seasonal show about nostalgia and novelty, an exploration of embracing the evolution. It is our summer 2025 episode. It's August, summer's going to be over soon, but better now than never, right?
I think we have until technically September 21st
Yeah,
to do this
yeah.
podcast.
We actually were on top of this back in, I think, June. We had something, and then I had to cancel, and then we tried to do July, and you had to cancel something. So
yeah,
it seems like every month is like there's only one day we can both do it. So I'm glad that we got it. Yes. Yeah. And even though you're sick, Christy, I'm so sorry.
I have a summer cold.
If you hear some sniffles, we're wishing Christy well, and hopefully she'll be all recovered by the time you're listening to this next week.
I do enjoy, though, my voice is deeper when I'm sick, and so I'm enjoying the deeper voice.
It's very sexy, I have to say. Thank you. So tell me about this summer.
So we have been traveling this summer, seeing family. We do an annual trip to Rhode Island every summer, and we spend a week on basically on a saltwater pond, which is right. It comes in from the ocean into. I'm explaining this as a non-East Coaster, so an East Coast people will know what I'm talking about. But it's basically it comes in from the ocean and it comes into these big ponds, and my husband's father and stepmother rent a little cottage on the side of one of these ponds, and the boys can go hunting for crabs, and they play on the sandbar, and we go fishing, and it's a very New England thing to do for a week. The boys love it. And then we go to Indiana and we spend a week with my family, and going to my cousin's farm and riding tractors and being on slingshots and going to water parks and playing in my mom's yard. And yeah, so we did that. And then this year we went down to Florida as well to see my husband's mother, and spent a week at the beach, and it was hot. Florida is hot in the summer. It is very hot.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
We usually go in the fall or in the winter time, around the holidays, which is just lovely and feels like such a treat to get in the ocean. But it is hot in the summer.
And humid, right?
Yes, and very humid. But it has the most amazing lightning storms.
Lightning storms?
Yeah.
Wow.
So much. My husband says that it's the lightning capital of the world, which is Tampa. We're not in Tampa specifically, but Tampa is the lightning capital of the world. And the lightning storms are incredible. And the boys were just beside themselves watching it because we don't, get a ton of lightning out here. So they loved it. Yeah, so we did a lot of traveling.
It sounds very idyllic. Mm-hmm. Total opposite of what I was doing. It's funny because as you were describing your trip, I've been playing a lot of video games because we got the Switch 2.
Oh.
And one of the reasons Abe convinced me to get the Switch 2 when I was like, we have a perfectly good Switch. I don't know why we would do that. So we had already played this game, The Legend of Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom already. And there's one...
Hudson is very into that.
Okay. So then you will understand this. So yes. Before Tears of the Kingdom, there was Breath of the Wild, which everyone played during the pandemic, but I did not. And Abe never finished it. So because Tears of the Kingdom had been such an amazing experience for me and Abe, like it took us so long to finish. It was like such a gratifying thing. He was like, they've re-released Breath of the Wild for Switch 2 with like improved graphics or whatever. I mean, I'll take his word for it, but apparently it looks great. So I've been playing so much Breath of the Wild. In fact, like we cancel things constantly to play Breath of the Wild. We're like, oh, we could go to that movie that's in Los Feliz where you have to get parking and then you have to walk over, or we could just stay here and cancel and play Breath of the Wild. And almost always we're like Breath of the Wild. So anyway, in Breath of the Wild, you do catch fish crabs. Crabs are great, like source of energy for Link. And lightning. You don't want to be caught in a lightning storm when you're wearing all your metal, because you're gonna lose it. That's why you have to have wooden weapons. Anyway, I'm totally being a nerd, but I love it. I love it. It's bringing me so much joy.
That I have to get into. Okay, so you can answer this for me. So after, probably don't have to take up podcast time to do this, but you're going to need to explain to me how two people play Zelda, because
we switch on and off
with me. Okay, so
we switch on and off.
You each have your own account.
No. We play together.
Okay,
but he does part of it, and then after a certain amount of time, we just switch off and the other person plays it.
Okay.
It's gotten to the point where it's like established that I really love exploring towns and villages and like the boring stuff, like picking up rocks and like selling things to make money, right? And Abe can really, like, first of all, he can like figure out how to navigate places, and he has patience for like big bosses that are really hard. But to be fair, like, we both are very equally good. I feel like we've managed to. I did not want to like always have him be the fighter, feminist in me,
right?
Because already it's getting into like this domestic realm here already, even in the way we're playing. But I was like, I want to be good at it too, and thank God, because right now Abe is not in town, and he wanted to bring the Switch 2 with him to another country. And I was like, are you fucking nuts? Like, no, you're not. You're the one leaving me here on mom dog duty. I get the Switch. And he's like, what are you going to play? And I'm like, oh yeah, because I can't play the game. Right. But then I said to him, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do all the side quests, which he never wants to do, because he's like, it's like, why do I have to like collect 10 crickets for this kid to see? And I'm like, I'm going to do all those side quests. I'm going to like kick ass of like, and make us money. And then we're going to be able to afford the really good armor, so that when you get back, we're going to be rich. We're going to be strong. We're going to have great armor, and you can go right into those battles feeling really secure. And you would have had to do none of it. You would have had to do none of it. So that's what I have been doing with my summer. Sitting inside,
I wish with life.
and doing everything virtually, and doing what your kids probably dream of doing, and you probably say to them like, no, you can't grow up and do that. And you know what, let's pray they don't listen to this podcast, because kids, you absolutely can grow up and just play video games all summer long. And you know what, brain rot, it's okay. Perimenopause, I have an excuse. I don't know what Abe's excuse is, but I'm like, we can only have so much.
I knew there was a reason I didn't let the kids know that you guys played video games, because I don't want them to have this conversation with you.
Yeah, because they'd be like, how often do you play? It's like, oh, all weekend and night, and it's awesome. So yeah. Anyway, we have had very opposite experiences.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to hear what topic you've chosen for this, because I feel like it's been a while since I've heard a Christy Myers topic, and I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. So I made up a topic. But if you don't like that topic, then of course I picked another topic too.
You made up a topic?
I made up a topic. I was thinking about... I was having a conversation with somebody while I was away. We were discussing a movie, which I will hold for later. And I was thinking about how, like, the movies I watched when I was younger influenced my personal style or certain things I did when I was younger. And I was wondering what those shows or movies were for you that influenced your personal style or your behavior. And then... how, like, does that still happen for you now?
Okay. I have so many thoughts.
Okay.
Well, first of all, yes, they do. They did influence me very strongly. I've actually written a blog post not only about Some Kind of Wonderful, which we've talked about with the hair. Yes. Can't Buy Me Love was a huge one for me. Very influential. Also stands the test of time. And Pretty Woman. Yes. I cannot see brown and polka dots or a red dress without immediately being like, that's Pretty Woman. So like definitely influenced me. I will say TV show wise, and I've touched on this too, but not really. People who know me know I unabashedly loved Full House, which I think you did too. Yes. Right? Yes. I mean, we were TGIF children. Yep, totally. And for sure, Candace Cameron's outfits were very influential on me, especially when she started wearing makeup. You know, you remember that episode where Aunt Becky teaches her how to put on mascara? Yes. Or just like a little shade, like tells her she doesn't need to wear anything. I like remember that. I was like, yeah. So it definitely influenced me. I feel like I still wear a combination. I mean, this was also very 80s, a combination of leggings and an oversized top. Yes. Because of DJ. Yes. Plus big hair. Yes. Yeah, you got to have the big hair with it. You can't have a slicked back look. Balance it out. Balance. Yeah. It's like a tree. You got to be big on top, like a little bit flowy on the top, and then like go down to a nice tapered bottom. It wasn't so much the colors of the time, but like much more the silhouettes that I was very into. And then as Stephanie got older, I was like, I'm into Stephanie. Yeah. I'm into her outfits too. Yeah. Ironic that it's young Michelle that has ended up taking over the fashion icon, you know, like with the row and all the other stuff. So, yeah, I would say Full House. Oh, and Aunt Becky herself too. Well, yeah, she was just like what I wanted to be when I grew up. Now have you seen the Full House now, the Fuller House, and have you watched that? And do you, style-wise, does it affect you the same? Well, I have to admit this now. I have not watched Fuller House, but I did interview the kid, or the actor who played the kid, Harry Takashima, I think his name was, who was Stephanie's boyfriend for a few episodes. But I didn't even, but I guess I watched his scene in clips. Yeah. Because I didn't have Netflix at the time to watch it. And it wasn't like enough to like make me be like, oh. But I will say this. I'd say today, as an adult, I'm rarely influenced by what I watch. Because I'm pretty much set in my ways. Yeah. But I will sometimes only watch a show or a movie. Like it's enough for me to press play or choose to spend, precious time with it. Yeah. If I notice that I like, or I'm like into what the characters are wearing, like, so and this can be male or female, like it can be like a different culture where I wouldn't even want to wear that outfit, but it's enough for me to like be like, I'll give it a shot. If the clothes are really good, I don't even need a fucking storyline. I will stay with it all the way through to the end. Like Abe will be like, this is trash. I'm out. And I'm like, okay, just gonna be here watching, because I'm like, it's enough for me. I guess like it is influential enough, and maybe that will like seep into my subconscious. It's also about environment also, and interior design. So I get like so many ideas. Like even, for example, this wasn't a TV show or anything, but I have like, in my living room, I have these windows that open out, and we have these curtains, and it's kind of a pain in the ass every day when the sun comes in to like put the curtains, we spread the curtains out, and then at the end of the day, like put them all the way back at both ends. And I was like, Abe sometimes puts them in the middle, and like, so you have like two lines like in the middle. And I was just like, no. But then the other day I saw someone, it was probably on Substack, an interior designer, showing her bedroom at night with that exact thing. Like the curtains were in the middle, like drawn in the middle. And I was like, that's cute. And now
that's what you're doing.
I'm doing it. So I guess it's not about that, but like, yeah, interesting. I never even thought about how like the interior design now is part of it. And I'm sure DJ's room influenced, what I was putting up on my walls as well, and how I decorated my room and where I placed my furniture and how it was laid out. You know how like kids change their room all the time?
All the time.
All the time. They still do that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, totally. Wow. Interesting.
I always haven't quite gotten to that. Jack is a little bit, Hudson not quite, but I remember when I was young changing my room around quite a bit.
Like, I feel like every freaking week sometimes I just be like, this needs to go somewhere else. And I just like, who is moving this bed? Like, my poor parents. like wanting to move the bed constantly. I feel like at some point I did it myself and got in trouble because it was like, not only could you hurt yourself, but like, now look at the scratched floor or whatever it was. Because I was just like, okay, well, I'm moving this bed with or without you.
I remember roping my brother into helping me move the bed.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that being a thing. But we had carpet.
Yeah, well, I guess we had carpet too, so I guess that wasn't. But in college, I definitely did that also.
You did? I never got to do that in college because our rooms were so small.
Oh,
and there were so many of us
we would. I mean, even I had a room that was literally the size of a closet. But I would like shove that bed wherever I could. To the point where I think at a certain point, I learned that if you put the bed frame up on the wall, like against the wall, and put the mattress on the floor, that the mattress would fit in more places, and then you could use the bed frame, like the legs on it, to hang shit.
Yeah.
Like to like put like you could hang stuff on the wires.
Right.
And I totally did that because I saw someone else do it, not on Full House. But what about you? So what did you come up with?
Okay, so for me, I had a couple that jumped out. So when I was young, Punky Brewster.
Oh, yeah. She knew how to do it.
I know. And
she really did.
So many, the number of colors and patterns that she wore in one outfit really inspired me. I'm not sure that's in a good way. I think that my mom always had pretty good taste in terms of the outfits that she would kind of pick out. And it wasn't like, she wasn't like picking out my clothes, but like she would do the majority of the shopping and things. And I remember just wanting, so my clothes were nice. I just remember wanting like, I want louder. I want like more.
Bigger.
I want more.
Did you put a scarf around your jeans?
For sure.
That was so cool.
Like the
why hasn't that come back, by the way?
I know. It will now.
It will, but already scarves are coming back. I just saw something that the younger folks are using scarves as like outdoor aprons. Have you seen this?
No.
Like they fold them like aprons that they walk around in public with. And I'll send you some photos. Okay. It's not for me, but I'm like, why isn't the Punky Brewster thing still is kind of cool?
Yeah.
It does cut off circulation a bit, but still, why isn't that come back?
I don't know. You have to also, I feel like it has in like, if you look at like skater fashion, sometimes they'll have like something around their thigh, but like it's kind of like sewn into the jean or like secured onto the jean or whatever. Right. I feel like she's kind of skater fashion, although her style went very nicely into my next, which was Madonna.
Oh yeah, totally. Of course. Like, Desperately Seeking Susan. Exactly. I just recreated a bracelet. Well, it was from Rear Window, but it ended up looking more Madonna. It was a charm bracelet made out of pearls that Grace Kelly wears in Rear Window.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Stunning. Yeah. But then, I don't have access to her pearls, so I had to make do with a bunch of pearls around my wrist and a charm bracelet. And then when I looked at myself, I was like, this is Madonna. A virgin, not Grace Kelly.
That's exactly right.
Nothing wrong with that, but it was not the look I was going for.
It wasn't the same. It wasn't that classy thing. It was like punk. So I feel like that when I was younger, until I was a teenager, those were like huge, like kind of Punky Brewster, Madonna, like kind of those layering the skirt over the leggings.
Oh yeah.
And like, the
Yeah,
shirt
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like half on with like the belt.
Flash dance kind of.
Yes. Yes. I was really
One
into
shoulder
that.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christy Myers, I had no idea you were so punk.
So punk.
You're so punk.
So punk.
Watch out, Indiana.
I was just too punk for Indiana. That was like my dream. And like the hair, like the crimped hair with like the headband or like the side. Oh, I hit that. The side, half of the hair up on one side with like a big barrette or something, and then the rest of the hair really big.
Did you ever shave your under your back? I did that once. I swear to God, I had a hairy neck for so long that I had to like wax my neck after like a while because I was like, oh my God, there's too much hair on my neck now. But I did do that. That would have looked badass.
I know.
I guess that's a little too much for.
I have a friend who has that now, and it looks so
it's
cool
big now again.
Yeah. No,
it was very cooling. Like you put your hair up, and it was just like nice and like a crew cut right underneath.
I would like to do that, but I feel like now in perimenopause, I'm afraid it wouldn't grow back, and then
you can't mess with what we got anymore.
Let's not take any off anymore.
We gotta hold on for dear life. But if it all starts to go, then I'm totally crew cutting it. I'm totally doing that. Easier to put on wigs.
Absolutely. It's like we were watching Raya and the Last Dragon last night, and her Namari's haircut is so cool. Like she has it shaved. Have you seen it? She has it shaved all on one side and in the back, and then she has the hair that hangs over. And I was like, I'm going to do that to my hair. And like a chorus, all of the boys were like, no. Okay, never mind. Nobody wants to be punk.
Or not. So my question for you is, was it Madonna in which movie? Because she was in several during that time. Were we talking Dick Tracy also?
Oh,
and Shanghai Surprise? Remember, that was like very 50s. Remember Live to Tell? Yeah. I never saw it, but I saw the video a million times.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the posters that they had then and the soundtracks. I think it was more like a Virgin, Desperately Seeking Susan, like Material Girl, like that kind of.
So more music videos.
Yes.
Like, totally.
Yeah.
I was well, I feel like I was also definitely influenced musically, but also unfortunately, we've talked about this before with the heavy metal bands. I was also I didn't want to emulate the dudes. I wanted to emulate the chicks in the video who were scantily clad, draping themselves across Trans Ams. That was who I wanted to be at 12 years old. I was like, wet t-shirt, let's freaking do it, which was not age appropriate at all whatsoever, but that was what New Jersey. I mean, it is what it is, but I'd say that still has stayed with me. So wait, Christy, when I look at you, I don't think to myself, wow, this girl likes Madonna.
I know.
Punk Madonna during the 80s. I'm not seeing that. What would you say you've held on to, or if you have?
It's funny that you mentioned interior design, and also I would say like it's funny having this conversation now as I talk about them. I didn't realize how much punk and that kind of thing really, like, in that way, I don't know if you would call it punk necessarily, but a little bit appealed to me, because I wouldn't say that about myself, and I definitely don't reflect that. I really like patterns and colors though, and I would say I like them more now in terms of interior design. I love like when you're talking about the curtains, I love the look of like very patterned curtains in a mostly kind of plain room. I like things that pop out like that. And I like in clothing as well. My favorite clothing, my favorite shoes are very like either patterned or colored. I like something plain with a big pop. Like with something that like a statement almost.
Unexpected.
Yeah. And I think shoes are the easiest place to do it. And for me in interior design, like curtains are easy to do it in. Some people master it with wallpaper. I haven't mastered that, but I like that look. Like when I walk into somebody's bathroom and their bathroom is all like peacocks, I'm like,
oh, I freaking love it too.
This is amazing.
I love it so much.
But I like chairs that are like a pop, like that kind of stuff. I really respond to that. Or people who do it also in kitchens with like tiles and like the color of the cabinets. I don't know how to do. I feel like it would end up looking like overwhelming if I did it, but I like when people do it well. I love that. I think that's what I like about like when we were in Mexico a few years ago, like all the tiles and all the colors and all the patterns in their textiles and things like that, I really love. I don't feel like I necessarily do it well, but I would love to have that reflected more. I do it okay in shoes, but
I'm thinking, Christy, you need a little she shed that you can decorate.
I love a good she shed.
Big and bold, big and bold, whatever you want. Get yourself. I see my teal couch, my teal seat back there. And get yourself a brightly colored something. I also dig color very much. So, but I'm like picturing your kitchen right now. Is it colorful? I can't picture it being colorful.
It's gray. It's gray and white because I think it's also like they redid it before we came in.
Right.
So we haven't redone it. Do you know what I mean?
What about your towels bathroom, and your other towels. Stuff?
Yes.
Your appliances.
My appliances. I do have a pink mixer.
Okay.
Which I enjoy. Okay.
What about tea kettle? Let's get you a tea kettle. Let's get you an orange Le Creuset tea kettle. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it.
I do have a green like roasting pan. That's that I love.
Put that out. Love that. Put that out. Just keep it out at all times.
Get it off the table.
Let it bring you joy. See what it elicits. You were just saying your bathroom that you redid.
The bathroom that we redid has this tile that's different colors of pink, and the tile is.
It was imported, wasn't it? I think I was there when you got it, or waiting for it.
That's right. It's from like Spain or Portugal. I can't remember where, but it has movement in it. It's basically it's not flat. It like has divots and
I love that.
It's wonderful.
It must feel great under your feet.
Yes, and there's actually there's a really amazing artist in Austria, and he does all. I went to his museum when we were there years and years ago, and the floors are all like that. And they talk about, he was an architect as well, and he talks about like how we get so used to walking on flat, and we lose part of our kind of primal creative mind by not walking on the different like levels that are natural in life. And I thought about that when I got the tiles, but
I also like it because it must be forgiving if you like get a nick or something like that
or
that
dirt,
doesn't look
or
perfect. Dirt or anything. It's like meant to be.
Yeah,
it's part of it.
It's supposed to be.
It's part of its charm. Speaking of walking on uneven ground, something Abe has started to do recently is he takes Miles on walks early in the morning before it gets hot in Griffith Park or wherever. He goes hiking, and there's a group of like older Korean hikers who hike barefoot, and Abe started to do it, and it has thrilled them. Like they want Abe to join their club. They like know him now. So Abe walks sans shoes and socks, and he does it, and he says he really likes it. But I also just recently heard there was an uptick in ticks, and I was like, put those socks back on. Like, I know they jump, but let's not like invite them to the party.
Right. But they're going to get on them if they.
You're right.
Anyway.
You're right. Let them ground. Yeah. It's hard.
I feel like that would be hard for me. I have like my feet, every time I hit a rock, I'd be like, ooh, ow, ooh, ow. If you're walking without bare feet?
Well,
Or with
it's
bare
so
feet?
interesting we're talking about feet because I'm like going to segue into the potluck where we each share
Oh,
a discovery that we've been excited about sharing. I actually, this just happened yesterday,
Okay.
and I was like, I didn't know what I was going to talk to you about, and then this happened, and I was like, I want to shout this through the rooftops.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it has to do with feet.
Okay.
Okay. So yesterday I got a medical pedicure. Christy,
What's
do you
a
know what a medical pedicure is? Do you
No,
even know what I'm talking
I
about?
don't know
Okay.
what you're talking
Neither did
about.
I. I didn't know what a medical pedicure was either. And it's very rare, apparently, because when I typed in medical pedicure Los Angeles, it was just this one place that I ended up going to and a woman who comes to your house. So
Okay.
I found out about a medical pedicure through Hillary Kerr, who is, she writes a Substack. She also, I think she founded Who, What, Where.
Yeah.
And she has a great podcast called Second Life that I've been listening to forever. So anyway, Hillary Kerr wrote in her recent Substack that she got a pedicure. I think she was inspired by like sports pedicures, like because there were special people who did pedicures for athletes, obviously. But that this was something she got done at a podiatrist in Los Feliz ankle. Let me look it up. Let me look it up so I can give the most accurate information on. Okay. It was called Los Feliz foot and ankle on Hillhurst, and Ivana ended up doing my feet. It was basically, so like if you have major like foot issues, like with your toenails or whatever, like people like that, like obviously would want to go there. But you can also just get a regular, very thorough pedicure. I didn't do polish, but you can. And like, first of all, it's dry. So there's no soaking in the tub.
Okay.
Like no soaking your feet in the tub. They use steam.
Okay.
And it's like the tools are pristine. If there's any calluses or corns to remove, it's done like super clean and like you just feel safe. You feel safe in her hands, right?
Right.
And as you know, because you and I used to, the reason we do this podcast is because you and I used to do mani-pedis together.
Yes.
But since the pandemic, it's been really hard to find places that feel trustworthy. And also we got so good at doing our own stuff, or we just didn't care. And and it was just like, why sit and like risk? Yeah. Why risk it? Like I'll still do a manicure, but the tubs really, and also like it always hurts. You know, there's always something. It's like it always hurts. This didn't hurt. She was so thorough. I'm not going to show you my feet. You want to see my feet?
I want to see your feet.
Here's my feet.
You have to show me your feet.
Here's my feet. I mean, they're just plain, but they look beautiful, right?
They look beautiful.
They're just like healthy and happy.
Yeah.
You know?
So she takes off the calluses and stuff like that. Does she use the scrapey
She uses a very gentle foot file. So gentle that when she rubbed it against her gloved hand, it didn't even affect it. But she's like so thorough. Like, you know how they usually do the pushing of the cuticles back and then cut them? She does a pushing of the cuticle back 4 times or 4 or 5 times. Okay. So that she gets everything, but without cutting.
Okay, so
and then she uses like a tool to dig. Oh, this must be so disgusting for certain people, but
just
medical
skip over this. Skip over this part.
Medical pedicures. I had no idea. Here's the best part. I thought of you when she said this. We ended up, because I asked her about concerts and stuff, and she said she missed her favorite band, and it turns out she's a giant fish head. Oh, giant fish head, and was like bigger. Like I thought I was kind of a fish head, not like anymore, but back in the day I was a huge fish head, as you know. Yeah. Because I freaked out that you had met fish at some point. Not anymore, but this woman was such a fish head, and still is a huge fish fan. So anyway, we ended up talking fish while she finished my feet, and it felt like. I'm so happy because my feet were definitely needing this. Like, I think I had told you, like, since perimenopause, like, I was like, why do I suddenly have shit on my feet that like weren't there before? And then I type in perimenopause plus corn or something like that. And it's like, yep, lack of estrogen might lead to things like, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm like dealing with this shit now, but I don't want to like put that in the hands of someone who's going to hurt me and maybe give me an infection. So this is a great, like, once in a while, go do it. So for my procedure, with like healthy toes and no polish, costs $85, and that's like there's no tip, so it's just $85.
It's like a procedure in a doctor's office almost.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you have more serious problems, I think it goes in the hundreds, because you have to deal with like fungus and shit like that. This is so gross, but like, but you know, I think that would be a great option for somebody who's like dealing with cracky, brittle nails. So like, because we all have nail problems at some point, you know.
How long did it take?
That was 45 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
No, that's great. Not at all. Especially when you're talking fish, it just flies on by.
So much fish to talk about.
So yeah, my thing is look up like medical pedicure in your area, see what happens. I highly recommend where I went. I mean, it's like no frills. It like is literally like, don't expect much. It's literally a strip mall in Los Feliz. You know, like it's a room. It's a room with probably, I think it was fluorescent lighting. A small room with no windows. It's a doctor's office. Yeah.
Okay.
But
was it in a doctor's office?
Yeah. There's podiatrists. Like Los Feliz Foot and Ankle.
Okay.
Yeah. They are a podiatry office that offers this service. And I don't know why more podiatrists don't, because you know how you go to, or people trust their dermatologist to do their Botox much more than like a med spa.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of similar, you know, of just like, I'd rather go to a doctor's office to do this, even though it's not as like luxurious, like, I don't know.
I think it depends on what you're going for, right? And when you can get, like when you're dealing with like calluses and things like that, if you go to a regular nail plate, you can get an infection from that.
Yeah.
So it is good, like if you have some of those kinds of things to take off, to maybe go and get it.
Or if you want to prevent those things from happening as well.
Right. And your feet look lovely.
Thank you.
And now you can paint them whatever
they feel great.
Color
I can do whatever I want now.
Whatever you want.
Yeah. Yes. And honestly, like it's only me that's looking at my feet. Like even though it's summer and I do wear sandals occasionally, not even that much anymore, because honestly, I cannot handle foot tan. I don't like foot tan.
Really?
Foot tan. You like a foot tan? You like a Birkenstock strap across your foot? You enjoy this? Is this what you long for all year?
Lynn, you are talking to someone who does not tan. I am the whitest person, so
you don't get a line. You don't burn.
I burn and then it goes back. I get freckles. I always put sunscreen everywhere.
On your feet?
Everywhere.
Wow.
I put sunscreen everywhere, especially now, because like it feels like life or death. Every time I go to the dermatologist, they're like, "Oh, that looks weird. Let's take that off."
I need a bonus potluck recommendation from you, because I find body sunscreen to be unbearable. I will use like my fancy Korean SPF on my like anything exposed if I'm going to be there for a long time, because I cannot stand the feel of it. What do you use?
Okay.
Or you're just like, fuck it.
I can make this my potluck. So, okay. I've got a lot of opinions on sunscreens, folks.
Great.
Okay. So, and I will say this, just to finish up the foot tan thing, I remember being a teenager and looking at other people's, like, who had gone, like my friends who were tan or whatever, had gone to the beach and they had a tan on their foot and it was like a little bit lighter around the toes. And I was like, oh, if only. Someday. No.
If only I had someday. A flip-flop tan, like right between my toes. That'd be
true.
The best.
the things we care about. I was like, oh, I wish I had that tan. So the answer is yes. I would take a Birkenstock tan. Because I don't. Okay, so here's what I will say. I will say that the natural sunscreens feel horrible on
like the mineral ones.
The mineral ones. They feel horrible.
They feel horrible on your face too because they're so drying.
They're so drying, and they are and they're
leave
hard
that
to
white
get
cast.
on. Well, this is
you'll
the
be
issue.
even paler.
This is the issue. This is the issue. Okay, so there's a couple. I like. I'm gonna murder this name. La Roche-Posay. I like that one.
The Athenios, nice. Is that what it's called? The Athenios, the one in the orange. I've heard about that. People say it's the gold standard.
It's great.
I'm not taking the chance because I'm not putting anything on my body. I'd rather just cover it. I just wear sneakers and UPF clothing all the time. Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah. But it's nice because it is not super drying. It's not like super hydrating, right? I have noticed that if your skin is very dry anyway, that you'll burn more easily. So just like moisturize is what it's what I tell my boys too. But I like that one. The only problem with that one is it's expensive. It is expensive. Like it's a lot. And if you're somebody like me, who has to use it all the time, like when I have sunscreen by my front door, and when I leave to go on a walk or to go anywhere, I put it anywhere that's exposed. So that one is really good. And I will say that Supergroup has one called Play that is good. Is it good? Because last time I used it, which was 6 or 7 years ago, it was still making me feel sticky. Okay,
but they might have reformulated.
Yeah, it's good as long you don't have to use a lot of it. It comes out and it's very slippery, so it's like you don't have to use a lot of it. But I will say, for somebody who's super pale, I don't think I use it when I'm going to be in and out of the car running errands, but I would not use it if I'm doing a prolonged time outside.
I like their unseen one for the face.
Yeah,
but that is so expensive. That would never. I would not. I would not put that on my feet.
Yeah, no,
it's so expensive.
Although I have put it on my hands before. And that one's really good. Like if you're driving or things.
I have driving gloves.
Yeah, I do too now.
I have driving gloves.
We have to share driving gloves. We have to share the driving gloves situation. I know. Hats and driving gloves. I know.
Okay. So those. I feel like you have more.
Yes, I have more. If I'm going to be out for a long period of time, I use Blue Lizard. And it does.
Are they Australian?
They're Australian. And if anybody's ever been to Australia, you know, like the sun down there is different. It is like super intense.
Probably reef safe as well.
Yes. Yeah. But it does give you, I will say, it does give you a slight white cast, not like white. It's not like using zinc. It's definitely the better of the more natural sunscreens. And you don't get the mineral kind, get the other kind. And I'll send the link in the podcast. But it will go on and it will smooth in. It does. You do have to use soap and water and like scrub it to get it off. So that's it. And if you leave it,
scrub it off. This sounds horrible.
You need like a loofah or a
loofah to remove your freaking sunscreen. This is terrible. I'm never leaving the house. This is things you don't have to worry about when you play Link all day. You just scrub it off? Jeez.
Well, like a washcloth, like a washcloth. Like you can't just do it. You can't just like put your shower gel on and expect it to come off. Like you need to like give it some friction to get it off. But the good thing about it is that you can like, that's what I use when we go to the beach. I slather it all over myself.
This is hardcore.
I slather it all over the kids and no one gets any burns.
Okay.
That is like,
that's
it's really
the most important.
And you don't.
Do you ever apply with that Solar Babies thing that I've seen? It's like that like thing that you put. It's like a deodorant almost, like to apply. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I don't. I haven't used that one on my body. I use that on faces, particularly like under the eyes, like right here where everybody gets, because you're wiping constantly when you're when you're in the water or when you're sweating. So I put that kind of stuff all over the face.
Yeah.
But I will use Blue Lizard on the face too.
Well, that's good. Is it not? It must be non-communogenic then.
But that's the one great. That my dermatologist thinks that everyone should use on their face is that Elta MD.
Elta MD.
Also expensive.
Yes. I have only used their tinted version, which I liked, but I didn't like how it always got on the collar of my shirts. Yeah. I know there's like I could take off my shirt and apply it, but no. Or you could just do your face and then do clear on your neck.
Yeah.
Down. But or you could buy, I think they must have a clear version or a different version.
They have all the different versions. They also have like a version that reduces redness. They have like a greenish one that reduces redness.
That would have been helpful when I was having rosacea.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have totally. And you have to cover up with that anyway. But it's pricey. It's like $50 for a little container. So these are things that you would use like on your face, on your hands. I wouldn't slather it all over your body.
Right.
You know?
Well, Christy, I love the Korean sunscreens. Yeah. Like, love them. And ever since the fucking tariffs, our Korean sunscreens are very expensive.
Very expensive.
And also because I don't know if you know about this, but the FDA hasn't approved certain chemical filters because we're stuck in like the 80s. And so Australian and Korean filters, a lot of them are so advanced, but it's not legal for them to be here. So like literally before the tariffs, I bought 6 bottles.
You did?
Different Korean sunscreen. So I'm like slowly working my way through them. They will expire in 2027. So hopefully by then it won't be as expensive. But they're just so like, they're so much more superior. This is why I'm not slathering it on my body anymore. Cause I'm like, this is precious.
Yeah.
Precious cargo. Yeah. I cannot go back. Although I did hear that Beauty of Joseon, which is like the Korean sunscreen. Yeah. I actually just finished my authentic bottle this morning. That's what you see on my dewy face right now. Well, I heard that they just launched, like very recently, a brand new one that's actually waterproof.
Okay.
In Sephora.
Okay.
That doesn't have those filters, but they reformulated it so that it would feel be like their original. Okay. I've heard mixed things. Some people are just like, no. You gotta stick to the original. And then other people are like, I'm fine with this. Okay. So I'll be curious once I finish my 2 bottles, my 4 bottles, I mean, to get myself one. I heard it's like very dewy finish, but that's not for everyone. But I kind of like, I like a little dewy. I like a glow. Yeah. So maybe that you should try that out.
Okay, I'll try it
back
out.
To me.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
If you don't have 4 bottles of sunscreen to be going through.
What I'll have to do is come to you, put yours on one day, and then I'll put that one on and see. I was trying one Korean one that I really liked, that Innisfree. Innisfree. And I liked that one.
Which is confusing because there's ones called Isn't Free as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same but different. Different companies.
It wasn't actually, I didn't feel like it covered enough. Like I was like,
yes, a lot of them aren't waterproof.
Right.
Sweatproof.
Yes.
Because like they're more for daily wear under a parasol, because that's how people in Korea walk around. Like there's constantly, like coverage. They're very sun conscious.
Yes.
So like they don't want to tan. They would never with a foot tan.
I should have just moved there when I was younger.
Yeah, like it's not built for beach. Yeah. Like I would never ever go to the beach.
Right.
Period. But also never ever go to the beach wearing Korean sunscreen on my face unless I was like reapplying every second, because I can't wrinkle. I can't do it. I need to preserve as much as possible. So that's it. Do you ever use spray or anything? I heard those aren't as effective. Like it might, like for touch-ups or anything.
I don't feel like they cover enough for me. I do with the boys if we're out at the beach and I'll put like something like Blue Lizard on them, and then like if we're out for a while, I'll spray them because they're wet. I'll spray them completely down and then dry them off after a few hours and reapply and then spray them. Like it's good. I feel like sprays are
What
good for like
spray do
in
you use?
between. So Blue Lizard makes one, but it is
Oh,
kind of white.
okay.
What is the other one that I use? There's another one that I found. I feel like it's like Alba Organics or something like that, but I don't like them that much. Alba Organics doesn't go on white. Blue Lizard does. So
Okay.
it's but I just don't. I feel like they're good in between coverage, but I don't trust them for. But if you're not super pale or living in California, like when I lived in Indiana, I didn't worry about it too much because I was only getting sun certain months of the year.
Right.
In California, it's more important because we have sun all the time.
Right.
So,
okay, So what I'm hearing is Blue Lizard, or the Supergoop, or the La Roche Posay.
Yeah, those are really it.
This is what I'm hearing.
MD is great if you can afford. If you can afford the more expensive, then of course they're unfortunately better. But yeah.
I just got sent, actually, a mineral spray sunscreen from a place that I've heard really good things about. I think it's called Solara. Hold on, let me grab it.
Okay.
Let me grab it so I can tell you. Hold on.
Okay,
here it is. I literally just got it, so I've only used it like more as a tester. I was sent it by the company, but I had already heard about it, and more for the body. I was intrigued by it because it's kind of like a mineral. It's mineral.
Right.
So it's kind of like a dry oil.
Right. These are big right now. So I haven't tried them.
Let me show you. So I'm going to shake up the bottle, and then I'm going to just spritz a little for you to see. And you see it's a little, it's milky.
It's like a spray lotion almost.
It's actually, I don't think you can see it, but it's like, it's purple. And there's a very slight scent to it, but it's not sunscreeny or overbearing like other places.
Does it feel dry?
And now here's the thing. So I applied it. It feels moisturized. Definitely moisturized. Like I can feel it more in my palm than on the actual skin. And I wouldn't say it's dry, but it just feels moisturized.
Okay.
Like, so here's the thing. I've only tested it, so I should put actually some on. I don't love that it's only SPF 30.
Yeah,
I would like a little bit higher. Maybe they make them in other higher dosages, but Panax ginseng, it's called Solara, Solara Sun Care. Awaken and Hydrate Good Karma Dry Oil Mineral Sunscreen Zinc Oxide Broad Spectrum SPF 30.
Their whole thing is clean freak. That's what.
Yeah, not tested on animals. I see the little bunny.
Yeah, they do make it. I see yours in the 30.
Yeah.
It's a body oil. They make a peptide sunscreen milk in 50.
I'm spraying some on my other arm since I need to even this out. Oh, so they do make a peptide. That sounds like a face situation.
Like a face. It doesn't say
if it's like peptides, sounds like a face. Okay, so the thing I like about this is it doesn't feel greasy, even though it's oil. It doesn't feel greasy, because what I cannot stand, and I should put some on my legs too. What I cannot stand is going out and crossing my legs and feeling that stickiness. I cannot stand it. Or the car, like sitting on those seats and you're freaking oily everything. Everything's just getting everywhere. This is why I don't do it. But
also, it leaves a stain. Like all of my sunscreens leave a stain on the car seats. My husband.
Oh no, I don't like that.
Oh my god,
I don't like that. Okay, Christy, I'm crossing my legs. It's not sticky. It's not sticky. I'm not sweaty, but like it definitely feels so much better.
They're not a bad price either.
I'm really crossing and uncrossing my legs right now, and it really. I'm gonna do more on this because there was another one that I had called Kopari, I think Kopari. I think that's what it's called. I could go get it, but I'm way too lazy. And that one has like a shimmer in it. It's like a body glow. Ooh. And that one,
is it an oil?
No, it's almost like a gel serum kinda, but it's like thicker. Okay. And that one I really liked on my arms because it gave me a little glow, but it was I feel like too expensive to like slather my body in because it was so thick. It was so thick that I was like, and I only got a trial travel size because I wanted to test it out. And I was like, if I put this on my legs, it's gonna be half the bottle, and I feel like the bottle was already kind of expensive, so I was not willing to go there with it. So this might be a great alternative for when my legs are out. I'm gonna run some errands after this.
Put it on. Run some errands.
I'm gonna put it on and see how this goes. I don't think I'm not going to go anywhere near my feet. I was under strict instructions after the medical pedicure first 24 hours not to fuck with it. Not to don't like put anything near that. So the thing I'm not going to be doing is slathering it in sunscreen. But at some point I will put it on my feet and see. I'll let you know if like
you get a tan.
The foot, because then I could wear it and not get a foot tan. I'm really impressed because I usually at this point when I cross and uncross my legs, like even when it's not hot or I'm not sweating, I'm just like, it's unbearable. I want to crawl out of my skin. And just, I wouldn't say it feels like nothing, but it definitely doesn't bother me. You know, like it just feels like like putting a cream on or something like that, you know, like a very well moisturized leg. That's what it's like.
They have sprays.
Well, this is a spray. This is a spray.
But like they have like a true, like kind of an aerosol spray too.
Oh, okay.
They do. So
interesting.
They have options.
I kind of wish this was in a pump actually. Because you know how when you spray like, some already got on my office chair. Yeah. Already. Yeah. So I would rather it be a pump. Oh my God, we have talked so much about sunscreen. I guess I'll bring us out so that the next time you hear from us, it'll be in the fall. I don't know when, but at some point, probably closer to winter. But you know, you'll hear from us with all of the updates about sunscreen.
Yes, and sunscreen at the end of the summer.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe I'll finish Link by then. You'll definitely be better, or maybe you'll have your fall cold. Let's hope not. No. Let's hope not. No. But subscribe to us at genxtaste.substack.com. You can leave us a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you listen to us. Follow us on social media. I'm at Nislin Chen. Christy's at Christy Myers LA, or you can work with her at howtochow.com. Why don't you tell them what you do? So
they're like, work with her.
Work with her. Why? Or on sunscreen.
Yeah, so I'm a holistic health counselor. So I work with people to achieve their health goals with nutrition, with lifestyle, with exercise, and I work in programs with people. So people come to me for all different kinds, for weight loss, for energy, for health concerns like autoimmune disease and heart disease and cholesterol, things like that. And we fine-tune your diet and then fine-tune your lifestyle to support you and get you feeling better. Naturally.
Yes, and I can attest for her results because I've worked with her, and you have been doing this, you know, for a while.
A long time now.
You're not a newbie. You're not somebody who is just like, I'm going to coach.
No, I've been doing it for over 20 years at this point.
Yeah, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's good. I really love it, and I love to have people feel more free around it because it's definitely a something that weighs on people, and it changes throughout, as we both know, like what you need in your 20s is different than what you need in your 30s or your 40s or your 50s. So it's a moving needle.
That is definitely a topic for another time. Thank you for listening, and thank you, Christy. I love you.
Thank you. I love you too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.